Recording in progress.
Very good afternoon, everyone. A very happy Independence Day to all of you. Thank you all for joining on time. One quick request, we'll be starting off with the program now. One quick request, if I may request everyone to go on mute so that there is no bandwidth issue. Thank you. I think Kaveri ma'am, Kaveri Mukherjee, you need to unmute. You need to mute yourself. It's done. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. So, very good afternoon to everyone once again. And to set the context, here, as we know, every one of us here have gathered for multiple things today. One is definitely to celebrate independence in our own way. And there was one campaign which was run by Team Literoma. And there was one certain message which we had asked everyone to submit, describing their take on independence, what independence means to everyone who are out there. And we got some lovely messages. The selected ones, the selected contributors had been requested here to join us. And we are so thankful that I can see a lot of you have already started gathering. Thank you so much for that. So that's the first agenda that we have. The second agenda is, of course, is the annual flagship event that Literoma does, which is the Achiever Awards, which we do mostly on 15th of August every year. Yes, this time, second year in a row that we will be doing it virtually. We used to do it, of course, in one of the hotels. But again, keeping the present scenario in mind, that's the best that we are doing. And so Achiever Awards is the second event for which definitely we are here. And there are, as most of you are already aware of, there were 7 categories under which there will be different awards which will be announced today. And of course, throughout, the main attraction will be our chief guest, the very renowned author, the much decorated writer, Mr. Sabarna Roy, whom we will have throughout the event. So that's a great privilege for us. We will be having him throughout. He will be giving a lot of insights regarding his writing, and there will be a huge surprise for all of us, as there will be some movies which will also be played based on Mr. Roy's work. So let that be a surprise. I'm sure that all of us will simply love it. Whoever had seen it earlier, you know that the kind of videos sir every time comes up with, it's just mind-boggling, it's just mind-blowing. So we'll be definitely having that bit also. So without any further delay, I'll straight away get into the agenda of the program. Just allow me a moment. Somehow my screen has frozen. So just allow me a second. So by the time I talk about the agenda, what I'll also like to discuss is the timelines of this particular program. The timelines, from a timeline standpoint, as most of you are already aware that this had been, both the programs which you can see here on the screen had been online programs, and both of them actually ran online before we went ahead with this particular D-Day, right? So yes, the technical glitch is sorted and we're back again. So to begin with, I'd love to thank our honorary program director, Ms. Ritvika Banerjee, who should be joining this particular call in a while. So Ritvika is in another meeting. She must be there in a while. So thank you. Thanks a lot, Ritvika, for being the program director and for anchoring this particular program. Thanks a lot to her. Talking about the timelines, just to give you the background regarding the Achiever Awards, the submission of nominations started in all different 7 categories, starting July 31st, 2021, this year. Radio promotion started on August 5. So there had been 5 different segments, 5 breaking bites, as we term them. In this all 5 breaking bites, we had covered all the Achiever winners. The last one went live today morning itself. So in case you had not listened to it, please do listen to it. So there were already radio breaking bites available, episode 1, 2, 3. Fourth one had gone live yesterday evening. Fifth one had gone live today. So in case you had missed out any of it, please go ahead and listen to it when you log into any of our radio podcast partners like Spotify, Radio Literoma, or Google Cast as well. So the award ceremony date is definitely today, which is 15th of August, where we had invited every winner to come here, join us for this particular event. The dispatch of the award kits, definitely this is something which used to happen in an offline mode, but this time keeping the online mode in mind, the dispatch of the award kits is going to starting August 31st. So August 31st is when the first dispatch will happen. Then slowly we'll be going ahead with the dispatch of all the winner kits. So that will be, that's the background of the Achiever Awards. To set that context, I think most of you were somehow aware of it, but just wanted to ensure that all of us are on the same platform when it comes to the background of the Achiever Awards. So definitely the radio promotion were being done, as I was mentioning, in the Radio Literoma portal, which is the sister organization of Literoma, which is available obviously in more than 8 platforms. All the prominent platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Radio Public, and Google Podcast can be used. So you can simply log into any of these and you can just type out Radio Literoma. In case, even if you don't have a login ID, you can simply listen to it in the wave form also. So it's available in all the forms. So in case you have missed it out, I'll definitely request all of you to go ahead and listen to it. And also do listen to the other audio contents which we have in our Radio Literoma. So they had been our radio promotion partner. And now coming to our program plan for the day, we will start off with chief guest felicitation. We have Mr. Sabarna Roy with us, as I was mentioning earlier, the renowned author Mr. Sabarna Roy. We will be having a informal, candid Monsoon Adda with also Mr. Roy. That will be a great opportunity for all of us. Definitely, I'll request everyone, if you have any question at any point of time for Sir, please do type that in the chat box so that we can pick, and keeping the time factor in mind, we can filter that and we can come up with those questions to Sir. Third, of course, today being 15th August, there has to be Independence Day celebrations, and the campaign that we did today, it's definitely going to be the last date, the logical conclusion for that particular campaign. And that's how we'll be doing the Independence Day celebration. Fourth, most of you have gathered for this already. I was also explaining this. The Achiever Award winner introduction will be happening, where all of you will be allotted time so that we can get to know you better. And you people also can come up with your Achiever speeches. So that will be the next aspect. Next, there will be something very interesting. There will be screening of literary short films, which is somewhere around 30 minutes of short film screening, which will be happening. The films will be based on Mr. Roy's work, and there is something which is very interesting related to these short films. First, definitely, this is going to be a visual, wonderful experience. Other than that, also, I will request everyone to watch those films very carefully, because there will be a quiz at the end of the program. It's a fun quiz. Yes, definitely. It's not that someone will be punished if someone doesn't answer, but there is a fun quiz, and there will be winners announced based on the quiz as well. So please enjoy the screening part, and after the screening gets over, there will be a quiz, and there will be winners for that as well. We'll end it with open forum with our chief guest, Mr. Sabarna Roy. And finally, we'll definitely have a photo session, which will be again in the mode of virtual mode, because we are not here face-to-face facing each other. Therefore, it will once again be in the virtual mode. So that is going to be the agenda for the day. And of course, to begin the show, I will first go ahead and introduce our chief guest, the very renowned author, Mr. Sabarna Roy, and then we'll take it forward. Of course, Before that, it's only fair to introduce myself. I'm today's host. I'm Tamal Mukherjee. So speaking a few words about me, I'm in the corporate sector as an associate director, but personally, from a passion standpoint, I'm an author and a certified journalist who wants to go deep in the passion form, like most of you who are here. So with this, I'll get straight away, I'll go to our guest. But before handing over the mic to Sir, I'll like to say a few words about Mr. Sabarna Roy. Mr. Sabarna Roy is a trained civil engineer who graduated with a First Class Honours Civil Engineering degree from Jadavpur University in 1988. He is presently working as Senior Vice President and he's in the 26th year of his employment with Electrosteel Group. Sir is an author of critically acclaimed best-selling literary fiction of 7 published books so far. They are Pentacles, Frosted Glass, Abbeys, Winter Poems, Random Subterranean Mosaic 2012-2018, Etchings of the First Quarter of 2020, and Fractured Mosaic. Sabarna sir has